Yeah, Great light Wayne. It's been a while. Been a while. Yeah. It's been a while. Oh, you be catching it late. Yeah. Yeah, great light.
Great light, brother.
Well, it's been a while.
Yeah,
Uh,
I be catching it late.
right. You been doing streams? You haven't been
Um,
doing streams either, right?
uh, yeah, I do it every now and then.
Yeah, because I never really seen the. I never really get the notifications. They usually pop up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the last one I did was you will remember. Remember, you will remember what you not know.
Right. You remember. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't be expecting no one to come in though. I just be
No, just
talking
be
to
flowing.
myself. Huh?
I said just be flowing.
Yeah, I just be talking with myself most of the time.
That's the best way to go.
Yeah, feel like Folks want to shut me up.
Yeah,
Hmm. They always wanted to shut me up.
but since a young lad, since a young lad.
Huh?
I said since a young lad.
Say it again, brother.
I said since a young lad.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I didn't talk much when I was little.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, those streams were classic though. The, the streams you came on were classic.
Hmm.
Play some of them back.
Yeah, they is.
Yeah,
Man. Yeah.
and
I
it's
just have to go
classic.
ahead and tell it, man. Tell it. Especially with the T.I people, they getting what they asked for one. They asking for it.
Right,
Hmm. But they'll come to the knowledge of why they hate it. You hate it because of Christ. Period.
right.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Greater is He that is in me, He that's in the world.
Yeah.
Which language? It
Yeah,
was
that was good.
somebody. Oh, you said what? I
Go
sent
ahead.
somebody a video. Want somebody the link, and they have not. The video you talking, the first one,
Hmm.
they have not watched it. They usually watch all my videos, but this person has not watched that video. Every time I watched it, the
It's it's only for those who the Father let hear it.
right.
So he determines who hear the truth.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And that pushed me more like to see if they heard it because for some reason I'm like, why are they not? You understand what I mean? Like they usually watch a lot of the material I send them.
Hmm. How you know they didn't watch it though?
Right, you're right. That would make
Oh,
more sense. That would make
oh,
more sense, right?
yeah. They talk like they didn't watch it.
Yeah, right.
I get
That'll make that'll make more sense.
you. Yeah, a lot of folks
I
can't
thought.
receive that.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
I tried to switch it up with sports. Try to do a little sports thing, but I don't know about that.
Yeah, I watched a couple of them.
We watch a
You,
couple of
you
them.
and you and you and two dudes were talking one time, and then you and another guy.
Yeah,
Talking about
that was my brother actually. My brother
hmm
is my brother.
Yeah,
But it's
y'all
like
sound alike a little bit.
yeah, but it's like even he said that he don't feel right talking about it because he know the truth. You know what I mean? Even he
Hmm.
said that he not even into the truth like that.
Hmm.
It's like
Well,
we
my
know
thing about the truth though is that people complaining. It ain't no
people
complaining.
complain. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Why they complaining? If not saying who complaining, but why people complaining?
Just not gonna make the situation better.
Yeah, and then you being told what's going on.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Right in our face.
Yeah, so it ain't no complaining when you learn how to spell and you think you comprehend stuff and end up in civil rights and million man marches and stuff.
Hmm.
You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
It ain't no complaining.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the crying out. That's the people crying out. Why this? Why that? Where you being told?
Right. Like you were saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. That's right. It's right in your face. They're telling you right there.
Yeah, because Satan would want true worship. He wouldn't want you to lie and worship him. He would want you to
Mhm.
worship him truly. He wants you telling the truth when you worship him. Is this your signature?
Right.
Okay. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I feel you.
Yeah. It will want you screaming, I'm under spells. Or I know how to spell. They want you to say it, right? Like when you step up and just say it, it's like clocking in. It's like when a person go to work and they just clock in, like going to
Hmm.
school. You just go in there. You just walk in there.
Right.
Hmm. That's how
So
easy it
like,
is. Uh,
hmm,
Yeah,
it's
enter
not
hell
hidden.
here. Yeah, well they tell you enter help. You, people think it say help, but the P is leaning, or the L is leaning. It's a L. You think it's a P. You think it's broke. You know how they show it to us in the movies and stuff. You think the
Hmm.
P. You think the P broken and it's leaning, but it's really it's a L.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah. Help here. Hell. Enter. Help here. Enter. Hell here.
Right.
Right. So yeah,
So if
like
you go,
going to work. Go
mhm.
ahead.
So if you say you on the bus or you at the park, right? And an individual comes up to you and they just start complaining the whole time. What you think about that? Like, what,
If I'm in a what?
like if you're in the park and you meet an individual and all they're doing is just complaining to you the whole time, like what does that mean to you?
It depends on how they talking. Some people don't know what they're doing. Some people hyping you up to complain, and some people got hyped up to complain.
Right, I understand. I understand.
Like house nigga feel nigga talk. It's going on all our life. House nigga feel nigga talk. Fuck that hoe that done did everyone in the neighborhood. Um, Jesus wasn't white. That the bullshit sneak in your mind. When you on the
Hmm.
bus and they talking about house nigga feel niggas. I mean, I lived this, so that's why I say on the bus. So when I'm on the bus, they got this conversation, house nigga feel nigga. You know how people talk on the bus and stuff, right? I'm the only
Yeah.
one that can. I'm the only one that can hear it. So to me, that's mind infiltration. That's to infiltrate my mind and put information in it because I'm the only one that can hear them.
Hmm.
I'm the only one hearing them talking about that lady or that young lady or woman that do things. I'm the only one that hear them talking about her. So to me, they trying to plant things in my mind and have me think of women a certain way or men or whatever.
Right. It's like sometimes I feel like I have a conversation with someone about something, or a lot of times I have a conversation with someone, and then the next person I have a conversation with, I'm kind of talking through that person's perspective. I do that a lot sometimes.
Hmm. I think we
You
do
understand
that
what
to
I mean?
fit in. You just aware you do it.
You hmm.
Yeah, I think we do it to fit into the world. 1 plus 1 is 2. You know, everybody say yeah. You just may be aware of it.
Hmm. To fit in.
Mm,
Right.
yeah, and it's simple. What they don't like
So
is
that's no
probably
good,
they
right? Like if you watch
they
a video and then you take on that person, like you, like I, for instance, after we did those podcasts, no, forget it. That's a bad example, but like to watch a video and then or watch like you watch a person, like there's a person that you get into, right? You get into their videos and stuff, and then you kind of start talking through, like you kind
Similar.
of start talking, yeah,
Yeah.
or like
So
through their perspective sometimes, or someone asks you a question, you start answering it through that person's understanding, kind of in a way, best way you can.
mhm. But that's the spirit. When we take in stuff of people, we take it in their spirit.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Right. But sometimes it could be a bad thing. You understand?
I get what you're saying, cause and then sometimes it's up to you what you hear though. So it can sound like the house nigga feel nigga talk, right? It can sound
Hmm.
negative, or it can sound like those people was in a bad situation, or it can sound like the girl that do turn tricks. It can sound like it's a horrible thing for her, but it's up to me what I hear. Like it's up to me to think I hear this field nigga, house nigga talk, and think I comprehend it as what most people comprehend it as something bad. Like niggas don't read, right? I would hear that when I was younger,
Hmm.
and and to me, I don't hear nothing bad. I hear like, what if they telling the truth? It's
Right.
up to me. It's up to me to think it's bad. So if I look at it like it's bad, then I won't hear it. I can't hear. I don't read.
Hmm.
You
It's
feel what
like
I'm
it
saying?
gets you emotional. It gets you emotional. Like you can't even see it clearly. The emotions like clouded up,
Yeah.
muddy the
If they
water.
call
Right.
me that word, then will you hear this all your life, I
Hmm.
think. They call me that, then I'm gonna flip out. Nah, I'm good. They
Hmm.
might be saying something else. They might not be
Right.
saying, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Like
Put you under spells.
I remember when I was in high school. We all had our football teams, our basketball teams. We all used to argue, and I remember they used to tell me that I was every team. Like they didn't like me because they felt like I was a bandwagon hopper. But I was never a bandwagon hopper. It was just that I just used to see, like, if someone said this guy could do this, I wouldn't say he can't just because that's not my team. You understand what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I would see everything for what it is. I wouldn't let emotions cloud it. You understand?
You're the only one can hear them though. And that's the
Yeah,
truth
like this
though.
person might be saying the truth. Like I remember, like right before I knew I was a TI, I remember I met this lady, and me and her used to talk a lot. And one time she just told me, like, she just said, "You look like you under mind control." One time, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just crazy. Like when she told me that, I could have easily got mad, but I easily thought like maybe she's right. You understand what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Yes. Because niggas be
yeah,
stupid, right? Yeah. Niggas don't read.
right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, maybe she's right,
Telling you the truth.
right.
But if
And I
we
easily
listening
could have
to
just
these
got
other,
mad. Yeah, right.
yeah,
Facts.
listening to these other folks, seem like they
Right.
are brothers and seem like they love us, but I don't see them no more. I don't see them dudes that's on the bus that were talking that no more.
Mhm.
You feel me?
Right.
The one that say you should be like this with your hoe, fuck that bitch. I don't see him no more.
Mhm.
So I see how the agents sneak in your mind and give you a way to think and leave you there. The trainers or the handlers, to me,
Mhm.
give, give you a certain way to think and leave you to where
Right.
you or I or whoever look at women a certain way because of what they went through.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, you left with that rule, FD
Right.
code or whatever, you know how it be.
Mhm. I remember
Yeah.
I had a job. I remember I had a job, right? I remember I got fired from this job because I had an argument with the boss, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the day before, me and like my coworker, me and him was like man cool. We used to talk every day. And the night before, he was telling me about how much like he hated the boss, how much everybody hated him. And he was just telling me stories for story. It looked like this was a setup, stories for
Mm-hmm.
stories. And me and the
I've been
boss,
there before.
we never had a conversation together before ever. This was the first time we had a convo. and he kind of like did like he kind of like screamed on me in front of everybody, like he did some strange, you know what I mean? So I walked back at him, and then I got
Mhm.
fired. But it's like if I would have never, if the boss would, I mean, if my friend would have never, or coworker, if he would have never told me what he told me the day before, I would have never barked back like that. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, like you said, set up. You're the only one can see it.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Right.
You know, we think we are the part of the world, and we think I think, not saying you, because you might see different stuff. But I
Mhm.
think that safe place, you know, they say go to the safe place if somebody messing with you or something. They had a little safe place sign. Certain businesses have a safe place sign.
Right.
So when I think I'm in the world, I think that safe place is for me. I think 911 is for me. Like if the neighbor's bullying me, I think me calling 911 is for me, like thinking in the world. But when I call them, it's like, why you calling us? So you realize the world ain't for you. Like it's like the world hates you
Right.
or hate me. I don't want to say you. The world hate me. I've been getting this strange treatment no matter, where I go, relatives, neighbors, people behind business counters, that I don't know. You know what I mean? And
Right.
they act like the neighbors, or the neighbor act like the girlfriend. The girlfriend act like my sister. So they all act alike.
Right. Actors.
Yeah. And the rules of the world is freedom of speech, that don't go for me. I say certain things, I get in trouble, even though it's not nothing against nobody. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, it's
Yeah.
not for me.
Yeah.
It's like those rules don't count or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like you can get bullied and ain't nobody looking for the bullies.
Mhm.
Like, where you get bullied all your life, but ain't nobody, like, no authority, no one looking for them to arrest them or
Right.
nothing. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm. Like when you said in elementary school about the paint, like what do you see? That's paint.
Uh huh.
Like you saying that is not hurting anybody, but that's what they kind of making it out to. Like they're making it out like you hurting somebody by saying that.
Yeah,
The reaction towards it.
yeah. The world not for me. You just gotta realize it if you're in that situation.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta realize that it hates you because it hates Christ. It's all for
Deep.
His sake. Like if you are hated, it's all because they hated Him
Hmm.
before you even know how to speak English. If you are hated, so you think you're part of the world. So it's like that's not fair. Why me? If you know what I mean.
Hmm.
You think like that because you think that the rules of the world go for you also. But it's like the rules don't go for me. I defend myself. I'm the one getting handcuffs.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So those rules of the world don't go for me. I can't do what people do. I get in more trouble than them.
So it's like we got to come out of that way of thinking.
Yeah, if they hate
Or
me,
I
they
have
hate
to.
Christ. It's because they
Right.
hated Christ. Period. Before you got a job and maybe stole something, before you cheated on your girl, before you accidentally tripped over somebody's foot, before you learn English. So it ain't got
Mhm.
nothing to do with the way you walk, the job you work, the shoes you got or don't got. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. And you try to change those things up, thinking that that'll be the answer, or you
Yeah,
change
when
it
it's
over to
when it's
stupid.
really because they hate Christ.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that's how you can see who hate Christ. When you're in the world, it's hard to see it, but when you wake up, you realize who hates the Son. They air condition. I'm telling you, they air condition people. It ain't hard to see this stuff, y'all. Once you realize it, I can guarantee you, they air condition people, and they hate the sun. Literally,
Mm-hmm.
you feel what I'm saying?
Right, I understand.
Love them
Literally.
woman. Yeah, they hate the sun. Talking about it's too hot and stuff. Man, they all around you. Like,
Yeah, all around. All around. It
don't
don't
look at the
stop.
sun, they'll go blind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they scared to look at the light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember, like, as I said, every job I had, I thought when I first started working, like at 18, the first job I had, what they call workplace mobbing.
Hmm.
I was going through that. So I thought it was the environment. You go to the next environment, you go to the next place, it just keeps happening no matter where you go,
Yeah,
you
it's a
know.
familiar spirit. It's familiar with you.
Mhm.
It's not them, it's their adult. It's like it's programming. It's like um how a person can walk into a business place and they have on some khakis and a t-shirt, and that some people know what they're doing when they see you, and some people they just following the program. Like
Right,
you might look like something called a black man, or you look like somebody there to do something in this store, or you know what I'm saying. That's the
right.
program. By the clothes you wear, it trigger their mind to think you from a movie called New Jack City or something.
Hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right. It's programming,
Yes.
like the Agent Smiths,
Yes.
Matrix.
Yeah. Exactly. Stereotyping.
Hmm. The
Just
Agent
because how
Smith.
you look, you get a certain energy to people through the programming. Some people know
Mhm.
what they're doing. Some of them know what they're doing.
Some of them don't though.
So, yeah, some of them just following the program. It could be the clothes the outfit you wearing.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Sometimes the people that don't could be worse than the people that do.
Yeah, they following the
Mhm.
program.
Right. 'Cause I know it was like a group of friends I had. It was three of us, and I remember like one of them. Yeah, it's breaking. I remember one of them was worse than the other one, but I don't think that one actually knew what he was doing. You
Hmm.
know, while the one that knew what he was doing, that's the one who I thought was my best. Was really my best. Was like my best friend. You understand what I
I know
mean?
the
But
feeling. Hey, I can guarantee we
yeah,
done lit identical damn movie.
mm-hmm.
Cause it's recipe,
Mm-hmm.
it's recipe. That's how you get people that's not of the world to be upset all their life and think something wrong and you know,
Mm-hmm.
recipe. This plus this equals this.
Mm-hmm. Recipe.
Yeah.
I remember one of the strange things too. How you said familiar spirits. I remember how like people would like continue conversation threads off another person. You understand what I mean? Like you could be talking to one person about something, they could be clowning you about something, and then you go somewhere else, you think it's a different environment, and this person kind of continued where that person left off.
Familiar spirit.
Right.
It's not them, it's their actor. It's their adult. which is they committing adultery. This how you
Mm-hmm.
know who is who. Though. I mean, this how you know.
Mm-hmm. Or it's that
Mm-hmm.
one thing that people say about you, like say you don't have the best kicks, you know, you're rocking kicks that are not good, and you have and they're like they're raggedy kind of. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, but like it could be another person who's your friend who has the same sneakers like you, but it don't affect him the way it affects you. So when y'all go places, people start they start coming on you about it, like they start joking on you about it. You understand what I mean? Like they know what cuts you.
Yeah, recipe. This plus this equals this.
Mm-hmm.
Spell casting. You're the only one that
Right.
hear. You don't want to hear anyone talk. You don't want to know what
Mm-hmm.
talking sound like. For sure.
Only one that see.
Yeah.
So crazy.
When you try to fit into the world, it's gonna be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But
And it's
when
so
you
crazy. Like a
know,
lot of when you try to fit in the world, it's gonna be crazy.
yeah, it's gonna be crazy because the world acting like you're not the only one that see them doing what they doing. So it's like it don't. It's like Twilight Zone stuff. Like it don't make sense. They educated.
Mm-hmm.
They under spells
You know
for
the
real.
you know the term NPC.
Yeah, I heard of that.
Like you know, in the video game, you got the background characters that just they programmed to act a certain way.
hmm Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? How's the weather?
Right.
How's the weather? Yeah, it's been going on. It seemed normal. It seemed like normal life,
Hmm. How's the
but it's
weather?
actually yeah,
I
it's
remember we had
programmed.
this uncle. We had this uncle. If he was from Harlem, uptown, and I don't know if that's relevant, but he would always come over. He would always come over. No, he would come over like once a year. A great uncle, and it's funny. Like when he would leave, me and my brothers would always joke around. Like we'd be like, "How's the family? How's the?" Because he would always say that to us. How's the family? How's the family? No, he always say that to everybody. How's the family, man? So when he would
hmm
leave, we would always joke around with it, like, joke around with each other, like, "How's the family? How's the family?" And
hmm
anywhere we go, but we knew it was a joke. Like we were just acting like him, like just to make a joke of it.
hmm
Mm-hmm. How's the family?
Familiar spirit,
Uh,
family, familiar spirit, familiar.
mm-hmm.
It's like they talk to us like they familiar with us,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's a stranger. They talk like they know you.
Even a stranger.
Yeah, they talk with you like they familiar with you.
Mm-hmm.
hmm Which is
Holy
familiar
Spirit.
spirit.
Mm-hmm. It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's true though. When you try to fit in, you can't really see it. You see it, but you doubting what you see.
You keep one down there, and they keep like the more you try and down it, the more it come and smack you in the face.
hmm
The more it try and make itself known to you.
Yeah.
Because I had like people I used to work for who didn't know this one person. They'll all do the same thing to me specifically. Like they've been on the communication with each other, but in reality, it's not so.
Mm, change your words up or change my words up and stuff.
Yeah. Or they say something about you like that they shouldn't even know. Like we gotta, you know what I mean? Like we gotta get you. a blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like they all
They
say the
know.
same thing.
They know because they watching. They watching.
Right.
Well, it seemed like they wanted to. They seem like they wanted you. If seem like they from where you from.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's hard to. It's kind of hard to see it when they tell you about yourself. And it seem like they from where you from.
Right.
Agent. Mm,
They do a good job though. Sometimes.
They telling you we watching you.
Hmm.
Yeah, basically.
Uh,
You the only one to watch.
mhm. Like it's funny. Like sometimes I'll talk. Like I was talking to somebody one time, and she says something, and it just made. I was thinking, like, did I tell her that? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, did I tell this person that? And it's kind of just an obscure detail, but like it's not nothing major. But it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you the only one that know.
Hmm.
Hey, don't doubt it. You ain't stupid.
Yeah, it's a fact. Mm. And then you talking to somebody, and all of a sudden they just switch up, they just change up on you out of nowhere.
Yeah, like for me, when I fall in love, it's like they turn into something else.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You saying they all turn to like they get to that point where it's like I got you.
Yeah, all of a sudden, stupid shit started
Hmm.
happening.
It's crazy.
Like I'm with a stranger or something.
Hmm.
Basically, yeah.
They start following the program.
Yep. I think some of them know what they're doing, but
Well, some of them know.
hmm they ain't stupid when you watch people live and cross streets and stuff. Hey, people ain't stupid.
They be knowing.
These people ain't stupid. If they was, you probably would have never met them.
Right.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
would have
right.
probably got in trouble a long time ago.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You ever? It's this dude that lived near me. It's this guy. He act just like he act just like people who don't really look alike, but like they probably don't even like they got the same kind of mannerisms.
Hmm.
So you kind of know this person already without even really knowing them.
Yeah. There's a lot of them
Yeah,
on YouTube.
a lot of them, right?
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like I could see it, and like it's just so crazy. Like people supposed to be unique and have their unique personalities, but like I could see it just how this person is, just their mannerisms. They act just like this person, so I kind of know about them a little bit. You understand what I mean?
Hmm.
It's so crazy.
Talk like them.
Hmm. Why do you think that's so though?
Programming.
Programming, right?
It very well is what you're seeing. You're the only one that know.
Hmm.
The inside of you telling you.
Hmm.
Hmm. We're probably waiting on each other to tell each other.
It's like they all communicate with each other. Like they all got. It's like they all like you could be standing. It could be the three of y'all talking, right? You could
Hmm.
be. say you're at a club or wherever, and it's like these them two are communicating with each other without you even knowing. Yeah. Hello.
TLC, they don't want no scrubs.
I know that noise is coming from my end. It's coming
TLC,
from
they
my
don't
end,
want.
right?
What's that?
That noise.
I don't know. Ain't no telling.
Right.
They probably want to be known as deaf.
Mm-hmm. Man, friend, brother, sister, all going down. It's funny too, like, sometimes I think we talk about this. Like sometimes there'll be somebody who
That's me opening some shit.
it's going crazy. But sometimes there'll be somebody who like it could be somebody who like they hear your podcast one time, right? They hear you go live, and then they'll really take a liking to you at first. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll really take a liking to you, like your mentor, your protege, whatever. But that's most of the time. What I find is that that'll be the same person who will like really slander you. You know what I mean? Who will really come after you.
It look the same all the time
Mhm.
because they think I comprehend English. They feel I'm under spells, right? Like I know I am.
Mhm.
So they say certain stuff, like how they'll tell true stuff about you out the blue. It's up to me
Mhm.
to think I comprehend that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I remember that guy. I always tell you the story about that guy, NC Books. Remember that guy? He had, how he break down the words. He had one guy on there who was really going in. Like every time he have a, this one I was watching the videos every day. Every time he had a
Mm-hmm.
video, this guy right under trying to break it down in mad different ways. He'll make a mad long post. And
Mm-hmm.
I seen it from a mile away. Like I seen it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why I seen it, but I've seen it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like they was cool. They was cool supposedly for the short period of time. It was like for a month. Then one day I came on, I seen Books made a video we about ages. And he was talking about that same individual. That same
Mm-hmm.
individual. And he was like, I seen it, I knew it, but I just let it slide. I know he said I just stayed quiet until he really revealed until he really revealed himself to me.
Mm-hmm. So he will leave comments.
Yeah, no, it was just so funny how like not only was he leaving comments, but like it just seemed like he found his home. You understand what I mean? Like the way he
Mm-hmm.
was making it seem like he was gonna make a YouTube and start doing like kind of doing the same things, like the way he was learning it, the way he was communicating, went back and forth, asking questions. You understand what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
Like in a perfect world, that's what would have happened. He probably would have been like a protege or something, but like he ended up like just making slander videos about him. You understand what I mean? Just the complete opposite.
Mm-hmm. I feel the key is that you're the only one can see, and that they gonna be coming at you and only you.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to see it. Like once you know, like you the only one to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. You hear them telling you about yourself and how much they watch you.
Right.
Hmm. When you think you're in the world, you think it's a bunch of people around you or something. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know what
You
I
think it's
mean?
just
You
yeah,
thinking from a group point of view and not the one that's really looking.
Thinking, oh, it's people around me, and we all in this together.
Yeah, the group.
The group.
Yeah, you think from a group point of view, so it's hard to see that you're the only one seeing.
Hmm.
You're the only one seeing the backstabbing and betrayal and the foolishness, the goodness, and you're the only one seeing it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I remember one time I remember I was playing football somewhere, right? And I, this place I was at, I was like a real serious, like I was real serious about what I was doing. But yeah, I was real serious about what I was doing, right? And anyway, this dude one time, like, no smiling, like everything was business like for me. So that's how I carried myself. That's how I went about things, blah, blah, blah. This happened for like 5, 6 months, right? Anyway, one of the dudes on the team, he came up to me. He was like, "Yo, why are you always smiling?" And I try to make it a point to not, because that's how I was before. You get what I'm trying to say? And now this dude's saying, "Why I'm always smiling?" And that just shocked me. Like, what? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I don't know if I really was, or if it was just like familiar spirit talking through him.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
He was like, "Why you always smiling?"
Yeah. And I was shocked. Because
Hmm.
that's how I was
Maybe,
in like
maybe I
elementary
don't know,
school.
but maybe I would think maybe the person doing stuff, and it's like I ain't supposed to be smiling,
Right.
but I don't see what they're doing. Maybe.
Because like that's how I used to be in high school. I used to always be joking around and smiling and making jokes.
Mm,
And at this point, I didn't, I was done with that, So you kind of do the complete opposite. So when he
mm,
said that, it kind of threw me in a loop.
mm,
Yeah.
mm. And they'll tell them what people doing.
What does
Sometimes
that
it
term
feels
mean
we
to you?
don't say it again.
What does that term mean to you? We shall know them by their fruit.
You should know them by the fruit, the plant, the seeds they plant.
Season plan. Mm-hmm.
When they plant seeds inside, ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Right. We shall know them by their fruit.
They ain't making no damn sense.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. That's their fruit.
Right. We shall know them by their fruit.
It's easy to see them. They wasn't hiding, but they was right. Like,
Right. The seeds they plant everywhere they go. The seeds they plant. It's so crazy. But if for it to actually be happening, like you spend your whole time trying to get the brand, you know what I mean? Get the brands and
hmm.
get the brands branded. That was one of the craziest things I heard when you said that with the brands. And it just makes
Mm.
so much sense, you know. Makes sense. Sometimes when it'll be like somebody like this happened to me too, but it'll happen with people too, like somebody who never wore brand, like they never wore brands before, really, right? And then
Mm.
they put on their brand. The person mad stiff, like they try, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you put on, shoes or clothes you never wore before, you be mad stiff, like, and you be trying to impress. But does that
Tr-
have a spiritual meaning behind it?
yeah, trying to fit into the world.
Uh, and you think can they see me? Do they know how, like the way I move? You know what I mean? The way I'm
You the
moving.
only one to be. You the only one being watched.
Yeah.
They see you.
Uh,
You the only one to see.
right. Wow.
It ain't hard to watch somebody, especially when they don't know they the one to be watched.
Hmm.
You in the world, you can't see it. You
It's
can't
just
see
so
it.
crazy.
Mm. Those that
It's
love the
even though
world
like,
over the Father not in them.
but it's crazy how even individuals who will talk like this and they'll tell you this, they end up being like everybody else, just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's up, Homer? You understand what I mean? It kind of come more of a shock when it comes from somebody like that. Is that the case with you though, or you sometimes you already know, like you have experience with that?
Well, when you're in the true living world, you can't help but to see it because the lovers of the flesh, which you know them by their fruits, they are the world and they're not of the Father.
Mhm. Right.
For one, they don't look at the sun. A lot of people don't look up.
Yep. It's just so crazy though how like people you just switch up, even people that are not or who you perceive to not be of the world. Yeah. Hello.
I'm here. I was eating
Oh,
something.
hello. Yeah, Homer. Homer should click the link. Homer, I don't be seeing you on Chartice's live anymore. I never be seeing you on Chartice's live anymore. Chilling, bro. That's what's up. Yeah. What'd you think about the conversation we were having on the live stream? Words, words, spells. Yeah, I think he got cut off somehow. I don't know how. Yeah, Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I'm here. I was muting my mic. I was eating.
Yeah, we lost connection. Mhm. I haven't been going on there for a while. I wish she would recognize Jesus as the way of the Father, but yeah, she's cool. I just came in. Yeah, it's hard to find authentic people online.
Only one to watch.
We were basically talking about familiar spirits and how versus like people of the world and people in the spirit. You know, I noticed the satanic hive mind puppets that persecute us are cut off from God's light, so they have to steal light from others. Energy vampires and energy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely a fact. Homer, do you feel everybody was born with God's light and then after a while lost it, or do you feel like some people are just not are not are never had it, were never born with it?
Those that's born of water and the spirit can see the kingdom of heaven. Those that's not born of water is not born at all, which is AI. But indigo.
They persecute us because in a way they have to for the energy.